What do people like Leonardo da Vinci, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Douglas MacArthur, and Jose Rizal have in common? They all changed the world dramatically, and they all got the best education at home. Yes, at home. It's called homeschooling. Homeschooling is essentially bringing the school experience to the home with the parent as the teacher. It is a complete form of education, especially in homeschool organizations accredited by the Department of Education or DepEd. Today, successful homeschoolers are seen in various fields, like sports, with tennis champs Serena and Venus Williams. In entertainment, such as child actress Dakota Fanning, as well as the children of Will Smith and John Travolta. Locally, we have family values advocates such as Bo Sanchez and formerly Maricel Laksa Pangilinan. Why do parents consider homeschooling? 1. Quality education.
The way God leads me in my life, He usually does it in small steps, but in homeschooling, this is the only time that God has made it clear to me that He wants me to teach my kids all the way until grade 7. That was perfectly clear.
From the time we got married, we learned about homeschooling and the benefits of it. It was actually more of Lisa's preference to quit her job and to get into homeschooling. It's really what I wanted for our children. Based on our experience homeschooling our kids for the 4th year now, we've been so blessed about how we see our kids learn so fast.
Sometimes we do the lesson from the book. We read, we discuss. A lot of time is spent during discussion. And the interaction between the two of my students, it's really a very fulfilling time because they throw in their ideas. And that's when I see that they can integrate lessons. And that's when I know that, hey, they're learning.
I was a homeschool student from the time that I was born until grade 6. Homeschooling was really a wonderful experience because it helped develop in me a love for learning. Learning was a joy. The most enjoyable thing for me was just being able to do work at my own pace and also go faster if I wanted to. Right now I'm studying in a pre-med degree. Lord willing, I will be going to medicine as a doctor.
I'm 14 years old. I've been homeschooled since I was in 5th grade, and it's helped me a lot because it made me independent and self-sufficient. It helped me love to learn new things and to study. My parents are helping me with everything I do.
I am a violinist. I study in the Philippine High School for the Arts. I was homeschooled here in the Masters Academy Homeschool. My overall experience was fun and I learned a lot of things. My mom enrolled me to the Awit Center for the Arts, which is linked to the school, and this is where I learned a lot of stuff about life, about the world, about what God wants me to be. My future plans are to pursue music, of course, and to eventually make a difference in the music industry.
2. Quality time.
Overall, I think it's just being there with the children every moment that God allows us to learn from His Word.
I get to spend time with my parents a lot, so that's what I'm going to do for the future.
The other thing that I remember about homeschooling is I really appreciated the time that I had with my family. My mom invested, her time to teach me, and I feel like that was very important, and my dad as well. They taught us values that are values that I carry till today. It really built a strong bond between us, also between my siblings, because they were home and we had time to spend together. And that's something I treasure and value even up to today.
We had more flexibility. Since my husband is a pilot, he doesn't have a fixed schedule. He likes helping out with math and science. I think most dads are comfortable with that. As a family, we really became closer. I don't think a homeschool setup will ever drive the children and the parent apart from each other.
3. Quality friends.
I also remember having friends with our extracurricular activities because homeschool actually encourages the parent teachers to enroll their kids with the extracurricular stuff, to interact with other students.
It's really amazing how it has made them actually more sociable. My kids have become more discerning of what a good friend is like, and they've become more understanding also of other children, and their eyes are more open to the different kinds of people.
Homeschooling is a challenge, and it's not always smooth sailing. There are days that you will cry. However, just to keep focused, it's important that, well, first of all, you know that it's God's calling. I believe that it's the very best for my own children.
I think one of the blessings of homeschooling was that I learned to interact and have vertical socialization, as we might call it, with people from different age groups.
I think one of the greatest things about homeschooling is that children come into their own without having to be under the influence or under the dictates of peer pressure. They stand up for what they believe in. They stand up for what they know is true.
TMA Homeschool has been at the forefront of homeschooling in the Philippines, being the pilot program of the Philippine Department of Education back in 1999. It has since homeschooled students located in 11 different countries: Japan, Korea, Australia, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, China, Singapore, South Africa, Vietnam, the US, and the Philippines. And this year, 2008, it has upgraded its offerings further by being one of, if not the first, to offer U.S. accreditation by partnering with an established Tier 1 school, a homeschool actually, in the U.S. TMA Homeschool is backed by Christian leaders, respected businessmen and educators, and homeschool movers in the U.S. CCF Senior Pastor Peter Tanchi and his wife Diona, homeschool parents and founders of TMA Homeschool. Larry Almeida, Ramon Manzana, and Nick Linaw. Board of Directors and Christian business tycoons, Eddie Mendoza, Bradley Roller, Christina Miranda, Steve Demi, and Gary Cox. This is the TMA Homeschool team dedicated to your success. Apart from all the benefits and obvious advantages of homeschooling, the more important reasons for homeschooling are: 1. To follow God's command. Deuteronomy chapter 6 verses 4 to 7 says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be upon your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up." 2. To prepare our kids for the future. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is older, he will not depart from it." 3. Using Jesus' example. Luke chapter 2 verse 52 says, "And Jesus grew in wisdom, stature, and in favor with God and men." Wisdom is the ability to discern truth and make wise decisions and choices. Stature is an attained state fit for anything. Favor with men is in grace with others. Favor with God is in grace with God. We encourage your children to love, obey, serve, and glorify God as their highest purpose and priority in life. This is what TMA Homeschool believes in, and the results speak for themselves. When it comes to schooling, there is no place like home. Consider homeschooling. We can help you.
We are very excited to have you part of this TMA Homeschool family. Now, what will it take to be part of this family? 5 steps. First, you need to attend our homeschool orientation. This will help you understand what homeschooling is all about and really reinforce everything you've already seen in this video. Second, you need to pre-enroll. We have a pre-enrollment form to fill out some basic information, and while you do that, you can set up your schedule for the diagnostic test for your child and also a schedule for consultation with our consultants so you can determine what curriculum to use and what packages you will opt for. Once you've done that, you go to the 3rd step, which is actually taking that diagnostic test for your child. Once you've done the diagnostic test, you can now go to the consultation with our consultants, determine which curriculum to use and which package best suits you. Once you're done with those 4 steps, you finally go to the enrollment. Fill out the forms, get all your documents in order, and then we can finally be partners and be together in this TMA homeschooling family. Why? Why all this homeschooling? After seeing this whole video, we've seen so many benefits, so many advantages. We've got to know a little bit more about TMA homeschool. At the end of the day, the why is answered by this simple line. Believe us, when it comes to schooling, there's no place like home.